everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and of course I hope you already have an amazing day so far. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Yani and I'm doing this all about Christmas channel. Of course I will keep it short. On this channel you will find lots and lots of seasonal DIYs and daily decor DIYs. If you like this content, of course I hope you click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find all the links for our other DIY channels I also do together with Diane, so go check it out. And for now, I hope you get out your tumbler towel blocks too. And of course, if you only want to watch, have fun watching, everyone. For this DIY, we need, of course, our tumbling towel blocks, a little piece of twine, and I have here a thinner one, but I probably will use a more like a nautical rope, so a little bit thicker. Probably some mud podge, some furniture bags, and black schoolboard paint. But of course, you can choose any color you like. This is just what I will use. My glue gun, of course, my wood glue. What would we do without? My glue sticks and a brush. So these are a little bit of the main piece, and later we need some florals, but you can use any floral you like. But this is the main pieces we need for this DIY, and what we're going to make is we're going to make our own wooden handbag. So we will see how this will turn out. What we're going to do first is we are going to take 7 blocks, 5, 6, 7, and like this. And what I'm going to do for the front and the back side the first row, because I want to make sure that the first rows are the same, because the front and the back has to be the same size. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay it down, and I'm going to this way. I'm going to go step by step higher like this. So this is what it will be. So I'm going to do some glue on the underside, not totally to the top, but only to the underside, and glue it and press it down. I'm going to do with the same with this one, and this one will be over here, not totally. And we are going to lay this one a little bit lower and this way. And this one will be over here. This will be the lowest one, the seventh from this 3 on this on one side and 3 on the other side. I explained it very difficult, and I see already I should have done not the glue over here. So I have to squeeze it and press it down, and this way. And now we go do the same, but of course in the opposite direction. I hope I explained it explained it very well, but if you have questions, just leave a comment down below. And we're going to do the same height like we did this one, and now we're going to go for this one a little higher, and only we do some glue on the underside, and I have to be sure that I have it, and this way. And now the last one, and also on the underside some glue, and we go for, I think maybe this. And now I'm going to try to get it off my table, and then I can show it to you. This is how it will look like. And now I'm going to have the first start of the base. I'm going to build it up and I'm going to make it bigger. But first I'm going to make the second one, because I want to make sure that the front and the back side are the same height. So we have already 5 and here. So we will start with this one. So I have an example how I want to have it. So a little glue on the underside, and I have to look for, I think this will be like this. This is already one. Now we do some glue on the underside again, and we go a little higher. I think maybe this. Squeeze it and press it down, and the last one on this side, and have to be and this way, and remove the glue immediately. And if I am laying it on top of each other, it is really almost the same. And now we're going to do the opposite direction, and of course we do some glue on the underside and lay it down in the same direction. And we're going to do for this one the same. But I think you already know how this is built. And I have to be sure that I have it this way. And now the last one. So you see it's very easy, and then we can very easily build further because we have the base on the same height. And now I really hope I have it almost the same as we have the top. And I have to be sure. And it's almost the same. You see already, it's only a little couple of millimeters, but we are going to do it for this one. So, and when I'm going to sew it, I'm just going to take it this way, and then we are going to sew it out on the ending. But first we're going to build further. So we get the blocks, and I'm going to like this and go over here, and we are going to just build it until here. And we are going to lay one part of the front side of the back side, doesn't matter. We are going to take some glue, and I use my wood glue, and I'm going to build it further. Just do some glue on the side and just lay it down this way. And now we're going to go for the other one. Do some glue on the top and on the side again, and lay it down in between this. We are going to build it further and further like this, just on the top and on the side. And we are going to, of course, this way, and we build it up. And you can, that's the great thing about wood glue, you still can redo it every time. So again, some wood glue and some glue over here, and again place it over here, and the next one. And I'm going to build this further and further just until we, I think, 3 or 4 blocks on the side. Here you see already the front or the back side, just what you call it. I did 4 blocks on each side, at least on the endings, and I just build it further with my wood glue, and it just fills in so easily. It's much better than you do it with your glue gun. So if you have some wood glue, I recommend that you use the wood glue. You can very easily and build it in. And now I let this dry for 1.5 hours, and I'm going to make the second one also. So then we can later on I will cut off with my jigsaw. I'm going to cut off a flat square on the side, so we have 2 nice panels we can use as our handbag. So we glued our back side and the front side of our bag. And what we're going to do, we are going to make again 7 blocks. You see we have 5, 6 and 7. What we're going to do, we're going to make the bottom, but we're going to do it very easily. Just do some glue on the side and squeeze them together like this, and we just do 7 of this one. And I do the bottom not too wide. Of course, if you want to have a wider bag, you have to go maybe for 2 pieces like this. If you want to have a really big bag, a really big bag, but I want to keep it small, and I don't want to have too much flowers inside. So, and you can change this bag up for any season. You can do some flowers for the summer season, you can do for the fall season, and of course also in my case for the Christmas season, because I am a Christmas channel after all, and I always want to show you also a little inspiration how you can do it with the Christmas time. But a lot of you must not think about it, but I'm just a crazy Christmas fanatic, I think. So, and the last one, and then we already have our bottom of our bag like this. So we already have one, and you see already I have 1 block with the mark on top of here, because I always find it very hard to throw it away. I waste of my wood, so I do it inside, and this will be in the inside of our bag, so you won't see it. So if you also have blocks with a mark on it, just make sure that you have them on the inside. Now we are going to make the sides. So we have our bottom, we are going to now go for the sides, and the sides will be 11 blocks, but I'm going to do them with some wood glue. So just do some glue on the smallest of the sides and just lay them against each other this way. And so we go on and on. Do some wood glue and again lay it against each other like this. And this what we do with 11 blocks, so 2 times 11, and then we already have our sides of our handbag. You see our 2 parts, of course our sides are also finished, and the bottom, and our 2 pieces, the front and the back side. I do lay them on top of each other like this, and I'm going to get first my side, because we have to measure out where we can go with our saw. This one will be, and this one will be under here, so you need a little more space like this. And now you can make your pencil and just make a nice line over here, and you do on the other side the same. Just lay this one over here and make sure that he's straight. Do this one under it because he will be glued on here. Just, of course, you have to keep it in place, not do it the way I do not do it the way I do it, but make sure that you have a straight line, and of course make a nice line. And I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to make this line over here. But I was thinking, of course, I use the top of this piece for my bag. But if you like the other one better, you can also turn it around, and then you do have to cut off on the underside. But I'm going to take the top. And with my jigsaw, I did cut off the underside of our front panel and our back panel from our bag. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my sides and of course the bottom, and I'm going to glue everything on one of the front side of the back side, just how you call it. So I'm just going to go do some glue, and I use some wood glue over it, and I'm going to place it on top of here. I measure out and I'm going to place it over here, and this way. I'm going to do on the other side the same, and I squeezed a little bit so that it can suck on a little bit. I hope I say it right. It's really crazy. Suck on a little a little bit, I don't know. At least I'm going to do the other side panel. I'm doing some glue over here, and I'm going to place this one, of course, on this side. And you see already, now I have a little space over for my bottom. And I have to get it in place for a little moment. And now I'm going to do some glue on this side, because we want to make sure that the brand is inside. Some over here. And of course a little bit on the sides. I see already this side and on this side, because I'm going to glue it against each other this way, if everything is correctly. It is a little bit messy, and take your time for it, of course. That's always the best thing. Just take your time and do it in all your rest. And I'm going to squeeze over a little bit like this. So I'm going to work with it, then I'm going to do some glue over here, and I'm going to place the back side on top of here. And here you see our bag is glued together, and I did not the lower bag, because you can also get a handbag which is this size, but I want to have it a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do, I saved also the pieces that they came off out of the top like this, and I'm going to glue them on here like a nice decorative feeling. So I'm going to glue this on top of here, and of course also on the other side. So I glued my decorative top on here, and of course I did it also on the back side. What we're going to do, because I want to even let it look more like a handbag, I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to get a print on top of here. I'm going to use the brand Michael Kors. I think you already know the brand because he's selling all over the world. So I'm going to go for that brand, but of course you can use Gucci, you can use Yves Laurent if I am correctly. You can use any brand you like, but I'm going for this brand. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I go to my computer and then I show you which print I chose. These are the prints I did choose. I did one for the back side. This is just MK. I don't know if you see it. I know you see it backwards. Don't look at that. But it goes with a little bit like the dark brown and the lighter brown. And I did print out a couple of the little tags in different colors and different sizes. This is more in the gray color. This in the brown color but with white. And this is with a little bit of the gold color. So I'm going to print out a print for on top of this way over here and for the back side. I did cut out both of the pieces, and one for the front of course on this side and one from the back side. I'm going to Mod Podge it on top of here and of course on the back side. Now I'm going to take some blocks because I'm going to make a tag for on the front of our bag, but you also can do it on the back side, so you can use your bag on both ways. So you can choose if you only do it on the front or also on the back. I am really debating on it. I'm still not sure. I make two, but maybe I will use one. I don't know. So we are going to do on the side of the block some glue. We are going to glue this together and we make just a very simple tag from just 4 blocks, and make sure that you have them in a straight line. And the last one over here, and this is number 4, and this way. And you see how easy it is, just you glue 4 blocks together. Now I have my 2 little tags. I'm going to use I think I'm going for the little bit of the gold brown color. So I'm going to cut both of them out. So I have the print cut out, and of course I'm going to take one print. I'm going to do some Mod Podge on the back side. I always try not to get Mod Podge on the front because I like the matte finish, but if you like a little bit more of the shiny color, of course, then go over it when it's dried up with a second time with your Mod Podge. But I'm not going to do that. I try to, most of the time, I try to let it get as matte as I can. And I have to find it that it is in the middle, this way. So I'm going to wipe a little bit over it, and now I let it dry for a little minute, because later on we go over it with some furniture wax when we do the finishing touch. So now we already have 2 of our logos, and I did also this one in the very small one. You see over here, like this. This is a very small one, and I'm going to Mod Podge that one exactly in the middle of the top over here. This way. Oh, I have to do it in the camera. I'm sorry. You already yo. You have to do it this way. I'm going to Mod Podge this on top of here on both sides. Before I'm going to glue my logo on top of my bag, I'm going to do it first in the furniture wax. Also this in the furniture wax, or else I would get all furniture wax over my print. And I'm going to do my bag with some furniture wax, so it gets a nice rustic old look. And then we're going to make some handles, of course, also over here. And I'm going to work the lines of, I think with a gold marker, but we have to see. But first I'm going to do the wax. For my wax, I always use a very cheap home brand name furniture wax. So I hope you have something laying around for you from your furniture, or else you can buy it very cheap, because don't pay too much money for it. And you see already, if you go over it, it gives such a nice a rustic look. So I'm really loving that color. But if you like more maybe a white background, then I recommend it, of course, paint it before you do the print on top of here. That's better because on paint you can mud patch very easily, but on wax it is really a disaster. So that's why I do always first the print, but I have to be careful that I don't get some wax over my print, so I take my time for it. I have my pieces in the furniture wax. I wiped it off with a piece of paper kitchen towel, so make sure that all the wax you don't need is vanished away, because or else your hands are totally under the under the wax. What I'm going to do, I'm going to glue my print of my tag on top of here. So exactly not totally in the middle, but a little bit higher than the middle. And then we are going to do some handles on top of here. My tags are glued on top of our bag. What I did, I took a piece of a marker and I took a gold marker and I did the lines around my print. I made with some gold color, but you can do it with some black color. And if you don't like it, you also don't have to do it. Normally I would do print it out with a black corner already around it, but I totally forgot. So I just did some gold around over it. So, but go ahead, do whatever you think is right. I love the gold color. I let this dry for at least 1.5 hours. Our handbag or shopping bag, just how you call it. Here in the Netherlands we have also handbags which are a little bit longer than the shorter ones. But I don't know if you are familiar with a little bit of the longer handbags, but then we call it a shopping bag. It's also fine. It's also fine too. What we need of course some handles over here, and I'm going to use a piece of simple garland you can use in your Christmas decor, and I bought a couple of them, I think maybe a stick of 7, and I'm going to cut off a little piece and then I'm going to give it some handles over here. Of course, I hope you can, maybe this is a better way to show it to you, but for me they are too shiny. So if you like the shiny color, and I have also this one in a gold color, but I'm going for the black one, and I'm going to paint them with some schoolboard paint. So I like the matte finish. So, but you can choose, of course, any color you like, and maybe you like a little bit more of a rope like this, a nautical rope you also can use for this. So I'm going to paint it and we are going to glue them on top of here. I have painted it, my 2 handles, and I'm going to glue them, one ball over here, one over here, and of course on the other side also on the top. I hope you can see it just on the tops. I also try to do it in these little corners like this, but I didn't like it that much. So for me it was a little bit too low. So I think I'm going to go for the top over here, and then of course one under it and one on top of here. And then in a moment you see how we're going to decorate it. And yes, you see already, I have changed my mind. I did glue it on top of here, but it was really looking so bad. I didn't do that. I did cut off 3 of my beads, and I did still under here, and I am really enjoying it very much right now because I cut it shorter than I had my handle. So, and right now I'm really satisfied. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my greenery. I'm going to use a little kind of this greenery. I don't know how you call this kind of greenery. It is just with some little pieces of yellow, and this total branch with lots of pieces is only €1. And I have this one, and you see already, I hope I can get the tag for you, and he is only 125 for one branch. And also with this one, I think he maybe, I don't know how do you call this, a kind of, maybe here in the Netherlands, I think we call it boterbloem. So I don't know how you call it in English. Let me know in the comments down below. So I'm going to do a couple of the greenery pieces inside of here, and then you see the quick impression. And here you see a quick impression how our from Tumbling Tower Blocks handbag or shopping bag turned out. And I'm really happy with the end result. Of course, you can change them up any way you like. I chose just for this brand, but you can choose any brand you like. And you can make it shorter, you can make it even longer. Do whatever you think it's right. Of course, I hope you did this DIY together with me and you took out also your tumbler tower blocks. But if you only love to watch, I hope you had fun watching. And for now, of course, if you want to see more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find all the links for our DIY channels. Of course, this channel and our main channel, Deco Easy, have enough to see. So I hope you enjoy this. And of course, I hope to see you next time. Bye.